In this video, I want to show you how to create a product launch page. Okay, so you go to Profits Theme, Launch Options. Alright, now basically there are two types of product launch that you can create in Profits Theme. The first one is the standard launch, and the second one is the evergreen launch. Okay, standard launch is just a regular launch where there is a fixed time and date that you are going to launch a product. For example, let's say that you want to launch your product on December 1, 2011. Okay, for example, so everything is centered around that date, right? And of course the date before that where you want to pre-launch your content. So that is called a standard launch, where standard launch is also known as a real launch. Okay, evergreen launch is also known as a perpetual launch, or an ongoing launch, or a fake launch. So the launch is always ongoing without a specific date. So the launch depends on subscribers, when the subscribers join. So for example, if John subscribe to your pre-launch content today, and for the next, let's say, 3 days he's going to get pre-launch content, then and on the last day you're going to pitch him on your sales offer, right? So John is going to receive the first content today after subscribing to your list, for example. Second day he's going to get another pre-launch content. Third day is going to get another pre-launch content, and the fourth day is going to be offered. You're going to offer him your sales offer. You're going to pitch him, right? Now, if let's say Peter joins, let's say tomorrow. So tomorrow Peter is going to get his first launch content, compared to John, who is going to get his launch content today. So the evergreen launch, or the fake launch, or the perpetual launch is an ongoing procedure where there is no fixed date, because the dates where the product is actually launched is fake, and it depends on when each and every subscriber joins. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If you are not that familiar, you can just click this link here to learn more about how to set up product launch. But in this video, I want to show you how you can do that. Okay, let's talk about the standard launch first. Okay, so you choose one of these options, standard launch, then launch gateway squeeze page. Okay, now you select, you want to click on the enable force opt-in. I would guess that you want to enable this. This means that whenever if you enable force opt-in, all the non-subscribers that tries to view your launch contents will be redirected here. So they have to opt in first. If they haven't opt in and they want to go directly to your launch content or your pre-launch content, then they're going to be redirected to whatever page you specified here. Of course, you have to check this box, enable force opt-in, and then you specify a page that you want to redirect visitors, non-subscribers, if they try to view your launch content. Okay, choose a page here. The pages that are going to show here, you have to have already created them in the first place. Okay, so you create your page first, and then it will show up here. Then you choose one of the pages that you want to redirect non-subscribers. Okay, so I choose this product launch squeeze page, which I have already created earlier. Now, for the launch funnel navigation settings, you can choose to show or don't show upcoming pages. This is just to give to tease the visitors, give them some kind of teaser of what is going on. I recommend that you show these upcoming pages. Of course, the settings it really depends on how you want to do it, but most of the time internet marketers want to show upcoming pages. Okay, so the next thing is add or remove launch page. Okay, so what are the pages that you want to include in your launch sequence? Okay, in this video example, I want to choose the launch content 1. Okay, and then you click the control button on your keyboard, content 2, and sales page. Okay, Again, you have to create the pages first, and it will show up here. So you just choose which pages you want to include in your launch content. So I choose product launch content 1, 2, and sales page. I didn't choose product launch squeeze, which is the product launch squeeze page here, because this is the page where I want visitors to and opt in to my list, and then I redirect them to product launch content 1. Okay, and at the end of the launch sequence, usually it's your sales page, because after you have built the pre-selling, you give all the pre-launch content. At the end of the launch sequence, you typically want to include your sales page, which I'm going to include here. So I click add launch pages. Okay, when you are done with that, it is going to show the launch sequence, which I've specified here just now. And you can move this around. Of course, you want to move this around because the product launch sales page is, you want to put it at the bottom of the launch sequence. So you want to drag and drop this one, and 1 of course is going to go above 2 because it's going to come first. So you can drag and drop this one, and you click on settings. A drop down will show. You can specify the title. The title here, I'm going to go over that in a minute. Please be patient with me. And the video image also, you can specify a video image. You click upload image. Okay, let's say I want to use this image. Okay, it's uploading. Okay, now release date. Release date is, you have to go above to the yellow box and make sure that it's going to show you the current server date and time. Okay, so you're using your server date and time. Current server date and time is April 13, okay, 2011 at 4:35 a.m. Okay, the time are in 24 hours format. Okay, so if it's let's say if it's 1 p.m., then it's going to show as 13:00. If it's 2 p.m., it's 14. Okay, and so on and so on. So 4:35 a.m. April 13, 2011 is my current server date and time. So you have to make sure when you want to release your content number 1, you have to set the release date according to your server time. Okay, so this is very important. Make sure that the release date is the date of your current server date and time. Now, one very important note about this is, if you go to the training manual, okay, I'm just going to read it out to you. Okay, important note: when you specify your release date for launch sequence number 1, which is this one, because this is the first launch sequence. Okay, when you specify your release date for launch sequence number 1, make sure that you specify the release date and time just before your scheduled launch sequence. Okay, so for example, let's say that you want to launch sequence number 1 to be available on December 1, 2011 at 8 a.m. for example. Make sure that you specify your release date and time to December 1, 2011 at 7:55 a.m. okay, to create a buffer. Okay, why would you need to specify the release date and time just before your scheduled launch sequence? Okay, this is because if subscribers arrive at your launch sequence page at 7:59 a.m. or earlier, they will encounter an endless redirect loop, and this is caused by WordPress settings. Okay, so make sure that, for example, let's say that current server date and time is April 13. Let's say that you want to launch it on April 13, 2011 at, let's say April 14, 2011 at let's say you want to launch it on the first content sequence at 1 p.m. or 13. So you would write this down as 12:55. Okay, remember we are using the 24 hours format, so if you want to launch it on 1 p.m. you have to release your sequence 5 minutes earlier. okay, or at the latest 1 minute earlier. Okay, but I recommend that you schedule the release date 5 minutes earlier. Okay, so I would, if I want to release it on April 14, 2011 at 1 p.m., I would write 12:55 because it's 5 minutes earlier. I want to click Save Settings. Okay. Now this only applies for launch sequence number 1 actually. For launch sequence number 2 and so on, you